my brothers? It's your boy Sharif. I'm coming to you with another crazy good video, alright? So today we're talking about carbs pre and post workout. And guess what? I did an experiment where I was having the same amount of carbs spread out through the days. Another experiment where I was having that same amount of carbs but only spread out pre and post workout. Alright, and guess what? I found a crazy amount of difference. Same macros, same carbs, same calories, but spreading out the timing and making most of my carbs pre and post workout gave me so much better results. And I'll explain to you why. I went a little bit deeper in the research and I'm into something. I am onto something. I saw it on my body. I took pics comparing the time where I'm just eating carbs pre and post workout. Let's say it's 300 grams of carbs. 150, 150 or 100, 100 if I'm just eating 200, as opposed to 300 spread out in 4 meals. Guys, the difference was just so much better. I felt so much better just having my carbs pre and post workout. My performance was better, my recovery, my pump, I look better, I look full, I look just like I'm coming out of a superhero movie. And I'll tell you what, my hunger was better, my appetite, my hormone. I'll tell you why. Alright, first thing first, the recovery aspect. Alright, so I have 5 points that I'll talk about. They're not in order, alright? The recovery is not necessarily a better point than the other ones. So stick till the end because I'm not trying to keep you on just to keep you on. But seriously, the 5 points are very important. We're going to talk about the recovery, the performance at the gym, the muscle glycogen reserve, the insulin sensitivity and the insulin resistance that this carb shifting plays, and the hunger, the hormones, my sleep, alright? So, number one, recovery. Let's say you trained, you had a crazy leg workout, alright? You depleted maybe, 100 grams of carbs. And then post-workout, you're just having 70 grams of carbs. So you're leaving that 30 grams of carbs that is not filling up that muscle glycogen. It will impact your recovery, especially within that 1 hour, 2 hour window. Yes, the window for gaining muscles, maybe it's a bit exaggerated, but the window, post-workout window, it is important. Do not neglect it. It is important, yes. So in that window, having all those carbs shuttled in, and the right amount of carbs that you depleted from that workout, and maybe some more to help you replenish that muscle glycogen. Carbs will also drive some water, will also help your body drive some salt, will also help with recovery. That insulin spike will also help you get those protein in there very fast. Boom, you start recovering fast. Why wait? As opposed to, oh, I'm just having 50 grams of carbs post, and then 50 grams of carbs in 3 hours, and then another 50 grams of carbs in 4 hours. No, you're just delaying it. Why are you delaying it? It's like if you're drip feeding crumbs. You're giving crumbs. No, feed him a good meal. Let him recover and rest and move on from it. Alright, so it's very important. Number one, I really realized my recovery was so much better, increasing my carbs pre and post workout and reducing them the rest of the day. Number two, better performance. Man, my performance at the gym, as opposed to having just 50 grams pre, I'll have 100 grams of carbs pre. But then my workout is so much better. I'm not scared of getting injured. I'm not like depleted and flat after 5 sets. I can go on for longer. I have more energy, better pumps, better performance. I look better, especially when I'm taking off my shirt and I'm squeezing it and showing my veins. So better performance at the gym, better lift, which means more muscle mass. Number three, your muscle glycogen. They did a study. I will link it down below. All right. The muscle glycogen was restored better if you're consuming high amount of carbs within 2 hours of training, because after training, basically, first thing first, when you're working out, you're training so hard, cortisol goes up. I just want to check the time. Yes, I'm good on time. So cortisol goes up, so you get very stressed. So the best way to reduce that stress is cortisol, insulin. They work one against the other. All right. When cortisol is very high, what you want to do to reduce that stress, reduce the catabolism, because now you're so stressed, you're in a fight or flight mode after 2 hours of training, you're breaking down muscle tissue. Boom, you want the insulin to get spiked, and eating high amount of carbs does that. All right, so as soon as you eat those high amount of carbs, boom, insulin goes up, stress reduces, catabolism stops, you're feeling good, your body feeling safe, and you start the process of recovery. All right, so it's a very big aspect of reducing that stress post-workout. A lot of people don't see that. It's not just about, oh, I just got all my calories from the day, but I ate 5 hours after my workout. No, what about the stress, the hormones? How was your cortisol? How was your stress levels? How was your insulin? Right after that workout, because that's what matters the most, because cortisol is up, testosterone is low. Testosterone is low, you're not building muscles, I'm sorry. Alright? I'm just short on time, so I gotta go fast. Moving on. Yeah, and the muscle glycogen gets restored better because you don't need as much, your body doesn't need to, your pancreas doesn't need to release as much insulin to store those carbs. All right, so you need less insulin to store more carbs. So it's basically a game changer, because in the long term, we call it, you become more insulin sensitive. All right, so you're more insulin sensitive, which I will talk about, because now, because you're not eating carbs every single meal, you become insulin sensitive. Let's say you eat carbs every single meal, you always have high sugar in your bloodstream, you become insulin resistant, because now your body is so used to having carbs every meal, your body is not utilizing it as well, your body is not using it as well. Just focus on that. Try to not eat carbs for half a day, and tomorrow morning, before training, have a banana or have like a big bowl of cream of rice or oats or sourdough bread. You will feel that pump right away, because now your body's like craving the carbs, boom, taking them. You're so sensitive to it. Take the carbs, boom, shoot it in the muscle. As opposed to someone that is eating bananas and carbs and cream of rice and oatmeal and potatoes 24/7. Your body's so used to it, so your body doesn't react as well to it, because your body keep pumping up insulin, so you become insulin resistant, because now there's always that blood sugar that is high and your body takes it and want to send it to the muscles, but because it's always there, the muscles don't absorb it as well. Think about it as a dry sponge, and you put one drop of water on that dry sponge, boom, it absorbs it well. Do the opposite with a wet sponge, you don't absorb it as well. Moving on, number 5, hunger. So eating carbs every single meal for me gets me very hungry. It's weird, right? It gets me very hungry, as opposed to eating a lot of carbs pre and post, and then the rest of the day very high protein, very high fruits, veggies. All right, I would avoid the starches. The more starches I eat, the more hungry I get. All right, figure it out. So hunger, and because I train in the morning, and then the rest of the day, let's say evening, I'll have like very low carbs. I feel like I'm sleeping better. I feel like my testosterone is kind of higher. I feel like my sleep is deeper, my sleep is better, as opposed to eating like this heavy meal at night. I just don't feel like I'm getting that deep sleep. I don't know, for some people it's the opposite. That's it for this video. Leave a like, leave a comment, guys. Comment. If you watch till the end, comment banana. Comment banana, because we're talking about carbs. Comment banana, and yeah, the emoji of a banana. Let's do it. Let's get this video viral. See you guys soon. Ciao.